It is a beautiful day and it is April 20th. It's going to be very warm today, and it was warm yesterday. I think we hit 80 degrees. So next week though, we are expecting some freezing temperatures to come in, and so I cannot plant out my summer vegetables obviously, like my peppers, tomatoes, cucumbers, but I've certainly been working on the spring plantings, as I am sure most of you have as well. So over here to the left, I'll just show you what I've planted. They're not up yet. Over here are potatoes, and these first two green stalks, these are the originals, and so their pockets are about 10 inches deep. And I planted the smaller type of potatoes here in the first one. It's called Peter Wilcox. It's a purple skinned potato with a yellow flesh. They store great. As a matter of fact, I'm using the seeds that I saved last year to grow this year. So I noticed last year, I kept a record that I got 4 pounds per tier when I planted the smaller potatoes, like the Peter Wilcox and over here the German Butterball. So I will expect to get hopefully 16 pounds of potatoes per green stalk here. And you notice it's only 4 tiers high. Both of these, I'm lowering them this year so that I don't have an obstructed view of the yard. We have wildlife that comes through the yard a lot. I like to sit out here and enjoy my view. So I just lowered everything a little bit to about the railing height, and GreenStalk certainly sells all of these things separately. You can buy just 1 or 2 tiers. You can buy the spinner base along with the wheel kit if you need to move it around, and they provide me, of course, with these things so that I can share them with you and show you what I like to grow, and hopefully you can do the same, because I am an affiliate. And if you don't know, if you use my link below the video and my code Rainbow Gardens at checkout, you get $10 off purchases of $75 or more. Okay, so now here is also a leaf planter, and on the top I've planted Bibb lettuce, and then in the second tier I transplanted out some scallions, which I started indoors, and I like to put about 3 per pocket on there. I just use typically 1 scallion at a time, and I like to use the white part, so I don't pick a whole lot at one time. That's why I separate them out like this. And down here on the lower tiers, the lower 3, I have arugula planted, and I do those 3 per pocket as well. What I did with this, and it might be something that some of you who have a lot of green stalks do also, is I'll just show you real quick over here. For example, this is last year's green stalk. These are the leaf planters, and I have not had a chance to clean them out yet. I like to refresh my soil every year. So what I did is I just took this little container that had some leftover potting soil in it. I sprinkled out a lot of arugula seeds, kept it watered. They popped up in no time. That gave me a chance to get those started while I refreshed the soil in the green stalks. So those were about 2 weeks old by the time I got around to transplanting them out. And so what I did is gently removed the arugula from the container, and then put my new soil in my tier. I took a wooden skewer, made about 3 little holes there, separated them, and put 1 into each hole in each pocket. So that just made it a lot easier than starting the seeds indoors. You know the drill. You start them indoors, you keep them under grow lights, you move them in and out, acclimate them to the outdoors. This just made it so much easier. So I highly recommend doing that. I'm going to do that again today. I'm going to go ahead and start some more seeds for the other leaf containers that I have. Now right here is the spinach that survived the winter here. We had some really, really cold temperatures this past winter, and as you can see now, the spinach is bolting on me, so I'm slowly just removing a plant here and there throughout the day and feeding that to my chickens. They love it, and so I plan to probably just go ahead and take out the spinach, make maybe some cream spinach this weekend, and these two planters I will use for tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers for the summer. Okay, and then here I have some lettuce, and this is the French crisp. I've been using a lot of this already. I pick leaves here and there. And then I have some arugula here on top. I need to thin that out a little bit. I like to have them about 3, per pocket. I also have some frisee right there. So that's my lettuce. It's just beautiful right now. And then over here I have some more scallions that are growing in a cup, and I'll move those into one of the leaf planters with the arugula. Now down there I have, you notice I don't have much cilantro growing up here, which I love to grow, but I have so much down there, and that's like what I call my passive garden. I don't water it or feed it or anything like that, but I have wonderful mint growing. I have, I think I put some shallots out there, cilantro. I made a wonderful beef salad recently here that required mint and cilantro, so I'll hope to share that recipe with you very soon, because if you have mint growing, you'll want to make it. It's just so delicious. Now, something else I wanted to show you guys is this little GreenStalk magazine. They dropped by the house and interviewed me for it to find out, how I got started gardening and that kind of thing. So they sell this on their website, and if you wanted to see a little bit more like behind the scenes of how I got started gardening and a little bit about my family life, you're welcome to check that out. Like I said, it's on their website. Okay, now I will show you my square foot garden. Okay, so here's the square foot garden on April 20th, and I'll just show you guys what's growing in here. My sugar snap peas are just climbing right up the little trellis here. I'm saving this north side of this bed for tomatoes, so I've not planted anything here yet. I have a little bit of cauliflower in here that I grew from seed, along with some Napa cabbage, and then some rapini or broccoli raw back there, which is really taking off. And then of course a few carrots that just overwintered for me. I planted those in the fall. And then I have a lot of things you can't see here yet, like cilantro and dill, which have just popped up. And so with a good rain this Saturday, I'm hoping those will just take off. And then I planted some Swiss chard here in the middle, which is not up yet. It was some old seed, so it may not germinate. We'll have to see about that. And then over here, about the same kind of things. A lot of carrots, which overwintered for me, and then tarragon is just beautiful this time of year. I've been putting it in so many things. More sugar snap peas, cauliflower, and Napa cabbage. Some red onions over there. My son bought me some seeds from Johnny Seeds for Christmas last year, and so I'm growing some red onions over there. We'll see how they do. A lot of cilantro is popping up in here, and of course I'm growing a lot of sugar snap peas this year. They're so good. I just love them. But look at the oregano. Beautiful. I just love this so much. As I've mentioned, this will be one bed of nothing but oregano probably next year, because it spreads so fast. But it's almost time to cut this and dry it, and I put this in just about everything. It's so good for you. Oregano is wonderful. So I'll give it about another few weeks, and I'm going to clip away at it and dry it. And I did a whole video on how I grow oregano, dry it, use it, all that good stuff. More carrots that overwintered. I have a thyme plant here that's struggling, but it looks like it might make it. Dill, and some more scallions. Okay, and more sugar snap peas over there. In my last bed, I have some cilantro and chives, the Napa cabbage, more broccoli raw, and cauliflower. I've sprinkled out more seeds all through here, so I'm looking for some dill to come up and that kind of thing. And then I have sugar snap peas back there. Again, here I'm saving these north side of this bed for tomatoes. I'll plant 3 to 4 tomato plants here, the indeterminate type. Back here are the blueberry bushes, and we had that really cold freeze come through, and I think it may have damaged my early season blueberry bush, as I mentioned before, but we will see if I get any berries on that one. But the mid to late seasons, they're just starting to bloom, so I expect I will get some berries from them. And I forgot which one this one is. I did not even mark it down. So it is a high bush variety. I just don't know if it's an early or mid to late season. And then this little guy we just planted this year, it is struggling. I don't see anything on here. So we may just have to dig that up and take it back to Lowe's. I was so excited to find such a big bush, but maybe that makes it harder for them to root down or something. I'm not sure. I see no signs of life on here. But live and learn, I guess. So anyway, there you have what's growing here in April, and I hope all of you are having fun out there digging in the dirt, and y'all have a beautiful day. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.